first episode, we are leaving Midtown Atlanta. We're driving up I-85 about 25 minutes. When there's no traffic. When there's traffic, that can turn to a quick 50. And we're going up to Duluth, Georgia. Duluth, Georgia is where many of the 50,000 Koreans live that live in the Atlanta area. And I actually don't know the numbers for the other diasporas for Vietnam and China and things like that. But it's where to go for the best Asian food in Atlanta, hands down. It's kind of endless shopping malls. Some people might call it suburban hell, but it is. Each of these endless shopping malls, instead of having like a Marshall's and a TJ Maxx and a Walmart, is just packed full of all sorts of unique things, including restaurants, including, maybe a newspaper, Vietnamese newspaper, or a Korean newspaper, it might be a whole row of Korean doctors. And it is Koreatown, Vietnam Town, Chinatown. There's some massive grocery stores. And today we are going to Pho House, where I found that they have Bun Cha Hanoi. Bun Cha Hanoi is the northern counterpart to the more common Bun Thit Nung. And Bun Thit Nung is like the vermicelli noodles with all the my brain is not working as well as it should, with the egg rolls and the spicy sauce and the pork and things like that. Bun Cha Hanoi is the northern similarity to that. Now, one of the reasons that haven't been able to find it very often is because of some geopolitical history. When most of the Vietnamese came to the United States, they did so from Saigon, from Ho Chi Minh City, what's now recorded Ho Chi Minh City. And with them, they brought the food of that region. So I found a restaurant, though, that has a lot more variety. Bun Cha Hanoi. It has Vong fish, which is another one of my favorites that we're not going to try this time. And Cuon, which is kind of this rice paper, steamed rice paper wrapped pork and mushroom dish with fish sauce. So those are for later days. Today we are heading in for Bun Cha Hanoi from Pho House Duluth. Here we go. Very excited. All right. This place is packed too. Okay, so we do have the pho menu, of course, but the key is right down here at the house special. And what we're going to be taking a look at is the Bun Cha Hanoi. That's what we're going to eat today. But the other two that I want to try later are these two right here. These are some of my favorite dishes in Vietnam, and hopefully we'll get a chance to try those too. All right, the first thing is the iced tea. Now this is an indicator of how good the restaurant's going to be, because real good iced tea from Vietnam is going to be a jasmine green tea, not just like your Lipton. And sometimes when you order like iced tea, if it just comes out as a Lipton tea, the rest of your meal might not be as good. But this is the real deal. Jasmine green tea, from, I don't know where it's from, but I bought it the other day. That was imported from Vietnam as the tea bag, so maybe that's where they got it from. Let's see. Holy American size. Okay, so we have the noodles, bun. We have there's some garlic. We have all the little greens. We have the meat with the tasty sauce, and of course the mixing bowl. Now the idea here is you kind of mix it all together here, whichever way you please, and kind of put it together. So let's try it out. Which is fine, because as soon as you get them in the bowl, and you put the rice, the juice on it. So you take some of this here and get the juice. This is it's not really meat juice, it's kind of like pho. Mix it in, get some meat in there. Don't forget the greenery. All right, the key here is that this is like raw fermented garlic, and it's so good with everything. So, just some noodles mixed in. So freaking good. This is everything's right. Even down to the murder peppers, which is what I call them because they're so spicy. I've seen a little bit in there. So the sauce is like a mix of the meat juices, but also kind of the fish sauce and some of the faux broth. Actually, I'm not sure what the broth is, but there's some like thin bacon type stuff. There's meatballs. There's some radishes, like pickled radish and pickled carrots in there. And just an amazing mix. It's kind of the northern version of Bun Cha Hanoi, which is what the South would consider with like the cold noodle dish. This doesn't have like the spicy sauce that you put much in it. But where Bun Cha Hanoi comes out like in one bowl all mixed together, this one you get to make your own, put your own flavors in it, put everything together that you'd like. It's definitely not enough noodles, so for the broth, I'm gonna have to get some more of that. Well, folks, it was a huge win. So I had this one other place in Atlanta, only other place I found it, and this place just blows it out of the water, can't even compare. And one of the reasons is this pickled garlic mixes with the veggies and the meat and all the juices and the noodles to give it this light, fresh flavor. I also like it because you just mix out whatever veggies you like, whatever noodles you like, whatever ratio you like, just mix it together. Everyone can have their own flavor inside the bowl. Here it is. It's hard to get the noodles in there, actually. Well, let's get that in separately. Just tuck them in there. Don't worry about the noise. The flavor comes from slurping. It's like oxygenating your wine. Well, folks, I'm gonna turn this off and enjoy this myself. Until next time, Big here. I almost got to the end not talking about the veggies. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's not much of the full leaves left, but we gotta chat about the veggies for sure. All right, so we have a type of like mint, like Vietnamese mint. It's not the same as regular mint. We have Vietnamese basil, maybe called Thai basil. I think it's a similar or the same. And then we have that Southeast Asian cilantro. Now, they don't put the whole thing in. You rip the leaf off and you throw it in that way because nobody wants to eat the stems. Now, these things were like murder peppers. I love them to death. I put 2 of these in here, 2 slices, and the whole thing just lit up. I mean, it's not like overly spicy, but it's just enough where it gives it all the character you need. Oh my gosh. I've been looking for this dish for like 3 years, and we found it. We're gonna have to come back next week perhaps for some Vong chicken and Cuon. Cuon, okay. I'm not very good at Vietnamese, so if you're a Vietnamese speaker and you want to correct my pronunciation of Cuon, chào lua, please let me know because I love that dish and I would love to say it to know how to say it better. Well, folks, there you have it. Pho house, good stuff. And next time we'll be back for the Vong chicken and the Cuon. And oh goodness, I feel like that's the most authentic place that I've been. I actually asked for extra bun, which is the noodles, because like the only thing that wasn't authentic was there was just so much meat that they brought out. The bowl of meat is like 3 times bigger than what you're gonna get in Vietnam. But to be fair, Vietnam, it's also like $3 instead of 12. So actually, weirdly, it makes sense. And so I add the extra noodles to, mix with the sauce because I don't like to drink the sauce straight. But anyways, folks, I'm off to a coffee shop. The last thing I want to mention about Pho House is, pho is really a breakfast meal in Vietnam. It's a morning thing, and most people in there were eating soups, not what I got. And it was full of people. Most of them probably Vietnamese who know good food, and tables of families of 8 and 10 in there just enjoying a good pho for breakfast. So I'm sure the pho is good too. I'm not sure that I'll ever get to try it though, because I got 3 more times to come here to get some of the other good stuff. All right, Big E here, peacing out. We'll see you next week.